I don't know how I missed this whole time that it said follow stream instead of the following stream. Oh well. Too late now? I mean, it's all a pre-rendered video. It's not like I'd have to go re-render a whole new video. So, this shall forever be a typo that is just gonna stay in there for the fun of it. What's up, everyone? How you doing? I'm awake. I'm refreshed. So let's go into it. I love you do at the intro. Thank you. It kind of was one of the things where, okay, the publisher's making a big deal about making sure I let people know, look, what you're about to watch does contain spoilers, and I was like, okay, fine, here. I'll quickly do this and throw in your own pretty decent title video that you guys aren't even using in your game, except for that one time. Also, if I die if I leave halfway through, I probably died from how many Cheez-Its I'm eating. Oh. Try not doing that. Alright, so last we left off, if I remember right, everyone decided that, you know, we should pay attention to Tenko's murder, even though it literally doesn't matter. So, despite best logic, here we are, dealing with Tenko's murder when we need to solve Angie's murder, and Tenko's murder literally does not matter. Although all I did was add 2 words. Absolutely all I did was add 2 words. I also have a little thing at the beginning that says the following stream contains spoilers. Eagle recommends that you only watch this stream if you have played the game before, and do not spoil anything for Eagle, no matter how stupid he looks. I did add that at the beginning with Trial Underground. Anyway, back to the game.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Is you, more than likely.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
Maybe next time you should proofread my stuff before I render it or whatever.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance
Anyway, we need to...
by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second.
Oh wait, I'm still down health. I should fix this
He
problem.
used his robot functions.
The culprit
Sneak in during the seance.
by
Crawling under the floor. But
To the floor. You see, our villain. I mean,
Could have used that function to get under the floor.
Alright, that wasn't it.
I was wrong.
I am not 100% certain what
the
it wants here, to be
culprit
quite
sneaked in
honest.
during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
This seems stupid, but okay, yeah, it was stupid.
Oh no!
The culprit
During the seance.
by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
You see.
Our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I'm probably gonna game over here.
Could have used that function. He used his robot function.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black
During the seance, how could they even see if they were under the floor? Because it wasn't
Dark.
under the floor. You see,
Our villain had a light.
Oh, was that?
That's wrong.
How? How was that it?
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor.
Oh, now I see how the game's logic's working.
There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
Eagle, don't go Nagito on us. How would I go Nagito on you?
My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
Actually, yes, it does. Like, by definition.
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Then what's the goddamn point?
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I know, you could have been so much better.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
Yeah, like all those assholes last night.
Difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Nah.
Why was floorboard under Tanko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tanko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
He's only in love with Nagito, not Nagito himself. What? What?
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
What is this, Danganronpa 2?
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Who are you, Teru?
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
I'm not.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though. Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
You're only... No. Absolutely, I am not.
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however.
I did get a cake for Nagito. That's because I was so happy he was dead.
Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
How's the 24 cakes going? It's still not happening.
So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Very carefully.
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
It's true. Technology is stupid.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
Well, then again, he wasn't there, so I guess I'll give Kivo some slack.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
Why don't I need one for...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
I'm not getting any more cakes,
She
no.
was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
Oh my god.
A different time?
Have you ever had that feeling where it's just like, you're getting closer, you've almost got it, and it's just like, nope, we're gonna go make a U-turn and go backwards now.
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Thank you for that.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Eagle just let it know it's no issue. Oh my god.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
Oops. Wrong button.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
What?
Lifted? Culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
What the hell is with her?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt!
What the fuck is with her?
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Oh, there's my thing.
Like that.
When Cage lifted,
Culprit stabbed Tango real fast.
Alright, let's get some health back real quick.
So fast, no one saw. So who lifted the cage?
That-
Obviously, Himiko is the culprit. When Tango got killed, it wasn't during the seance. It could not have been done at any other time.
She was under the cage,
Cage fell
and she was
dead when the cage was lifted.
what
About moment
Cage was lifted?
What? Really?
I was wrong.
I don't...
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
What, is it the white sheet? Because the cage and the sheet
under the cage the
both
whole
have
time.
bloodstains. Both of them are
She
proof
was dead when
that
the
she was
cage
killed during the seance.
What
about moment Cage was lifted. When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast. So fast, no one saw. So who lifted the cage?
Then obviously
Himiko is the culprit.
When Tango got killed, it wasn't during the seance. It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. She was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
There we go.
That's wrong.
Frickin' sheet instead of the cage, blah, blah, blah.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
Because you were too busy thinking about being in a cage.
The only
Pervert.
possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Oh my god.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What, is this when we're gonna bring up the cage? Like I tried to earlier?
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need.
Not sure I see what the game's
If you
going
stick the
for.
blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit. And that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I was wrong!
I don't...
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Oh no!
I'm gonna end up just cycling through the
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Damn it!
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck exposed.
That was it, really?
Your words.
Really, we're just gonna be like, oh, she wasn't sitting, she was
Wait
kneeling.
just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
Wow, we're really gonna be that technical, huh?
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone.
Oh no, now I see what the logic is. It's the fact she's so crouched over and so hunkered down the blade couldn't reach because it's only 6 inches long. Okay, now I see what it's doing.
And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
That might be because you're wearing a collar and whatever the hell those other 2 things are.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Wow, what a dick.
Yeah, no worries.
Ooh. Ouch. Being insulted by Gunta.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
If you get a chance, check when Rantaro's birthday is. Why? October 3rd, what about it?
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Uh-oh. What now?
Huh?
What is he planning now?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
Oh my lord.
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
It's one of the V3 characters' birthdays, and I thought it was Rantaro. Oh, you mean today?
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
You can try to screw spirits, but I think it's physically impossible. I mean, your dick would just go right through.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Because you are gullible enough to believe it. That's why Angie's spirit killed Tenko.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
And you can't be an astronaut, but here we are.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
With magic. Ooh.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done
wait,
that.
I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
What?
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
Who?
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Maki, no. Please. I thought you were the smart one.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Yeah, really. Ryoma's dead. That's the only person I can think of that could pull it off.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
What? Crawl up from under the floor? The they she's referring to. What? And she is still having an orgasm. She should have a doctor look at that. I'm gonna get a game over here. There's no way I'm gonna get this right. I'm really narrow-minded for a detective. You're the one talking nonsense!
Oh no!
Oh, okay, suicide. That's what she's implying.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
Think outside the box? I don't know. I was thinking pretty outside the box. I need to go deeper into the box.
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance.
In the back of the neck.
It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Mew! Her brain is working!
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
See, even Kokichi's as shocked as I am.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
No, actually there is. Mew actually does have a brain. See, Mew's brain, if I can find the picture... I can't find the picture, never mind.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier.
What was the theory you had earlier? I forgot. I was too busy thinking about nothing.
You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right? Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
You know, this is actually a shockingly decent theory, but it still ignores a lot of key evidence.
What?
Like how the sickle was so far away from the body.
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right?
To kill us all! To kill us all! Oh, wait a minute. We already had that.
It's to take us down with her.
Who does she think she is? Nagito?
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
No, she wanted the rest of us to die because there were more degenerate males left. Clearly.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that.
You clearly didn't listen to her then.
She told me.
What if all of that was just a lie?
It's not Nagito again. Too much of the evidence contradicts that theory.
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
I try not to believe anything she says.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other?
The ultimate despair rises again!
People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Says Kaito, the ultimate naive idiot.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets.
Like how Kaito's not actually good at anything, but just bluffs the whole way.
What matters is whether there's any malice behind him.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself.
No, I think it comes down to actually solving the case.
If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them.
I believe Kaito's secret is that he still wets the bed. Alright, well, you heard it here from Kaito. You should not believe in anyone. You should be the biggest nihilist in the world. And also the biggest skeptic in the world. Always.
That's why I believed in Maki Roll. Because I wanted to believe in her.
That completely... Really? Do you listen to yourself, buddy?
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Or skip on helping, or skip on actually facing your fears, or skip on actually being intelligent.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
No, 1,000 push-ups right now. Do it.
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Kokichi's tilted.
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her.
Well, good for you.
She wouldn't commit suicide. That's what I want to believe.
She wouldn't try to take us down. I don't know, man.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
No, he's not full on Tiggered yet. Not yet, anyway.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Proper
Alright,
reason.
I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Don't forget Maki. We need to keep Maki.
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. She said, "See you guys after." I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that. If we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Alright, let's go! What do we got?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide seems... to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide...
I am not sure what the game wants here. I'm really not.
it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength,
I was wrong!
So far,
Suicide seems to be the best
explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her, so she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought
the sickle.
and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last of her
strength.
she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces. So far,
Suicide seems to be the best
explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her, so she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought
the sickle.
and then
How did
stabbed herself.
Fuck.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she
threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit. So far, suicide seems to be the best.
Explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Actually, wait, hold up.
So she hid her true
Intentions.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the
Sick.
sickle and then stabbed
Herself with it. Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide seems to be
The best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. Kind of person.
Alright, that's.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly. Brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally,
the last of her strength.
She threw the sickle underneath the floor.
all the pieces fit.
So far, suicide
Seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she
Her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She killed
Secretly brought the sickle.
Oh no!
So far, suicide.
seems to be the best explanation.
No, there's only one
Her plan was to
Kamonakuma
take us down
file.
with her.
So
She had her true intentions.
that kind of
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
finally
With the last of her
strength.
she threw the sickle
Underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
No, don't help me.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Plan was to take us down with her.
So she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did
Commit suicide.
I'm probably gonna get a game over here, actually.
explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly
We brought the
Sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
finally with the last of
her strength.
I was.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid
Hid her true intentions.
Oh my god.
Tenko's not that kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We'd lose. Oh man, this one.
Is this really the. We can't let it end here!
Well, that's one game over.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down.
This is the only idea I got.
With her. So she hid her true intentions.
but if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with
the
Last of her strength.
That wasn't it either. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Already I'm losing my
So far,
shit.
Suicide seems
To be the best explanation.
Her plan was
to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
It doesn't, but the thing is that it's not giving me the bullet that would absolutely prove it. Because, alright, where is it? This would be the bullet to prove it. Because we found the sickle comically far away from the thing, but it's not giving me this as a bullet.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
Did I do this yet?
She could have
Secretly brought
the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her
strength.
She threw the sickle underneath
the floor. All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to
Take us down with her.
Just for funsies, yeah.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Yeah, I have nothing
So
to
she
disprove
hid her
that.
True intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her
Strength.
she threw the sickle underneath
The floor. All the pieces fit.
Oh my god. This one sucks. So many balls. It's not even funny.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the
Last of her strength.
I was wrong!
So far, suicide seems to
Be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she
hid her true intentions.
But if Tenko did
Commit suicide.
it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought
Got this
sickle
And then stabbed
herself with it. Finally, with the last of her
strength.
she threw the sickle underneath the floor.
Oh, that counted.
I was wrong!
Wrong answer, but can't believe it counted that.
Suicide seems to be the best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during
I'm now resorting to just brute forcing this.
and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with
The last of her strength.
I was...
so far,
Suicide.
I am literally forced to just brute forcing this.
her plan was to take us down with her. So she
Hid her true intentions.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last of her
Strength. She threw the sickle underneath the floor.
I was wrong!
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
That kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle
And then
Stabbed herself
herself with it.
suddenly
The last of her strength.
She threw the sickle
underneath the floor. All the pieces.
I might not even get the second shot. I screwed around too much.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But Tenko did commit suicide. And we explained how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it. Finally,
with the last of her
strength.
Alright. That is officially not the one to touch. Even though I don't believe that's correct at all. That's not the correct one, apparently.
Suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
I'm actually very curious how much other people have struggled with this specific one.
True
All right,
intentions.
all right. Let's rule Muse out.
brought the sickle.
And then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit. So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Falcon did commit suicide, and we explained how she died during the seance, she could have
Secretly brought the sickle.
All right, not that.
Damn it!
So far, suicide
Seems to be the best explanation.
her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Falcon did commit suicide, and we explained how she died during the seance, she could have secretly
Brought the sickle.
Not that.
Damn it!
So far, suicide seems to
best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Falcon did commit suicide, and we explained how she died during the seance, she could have secretly
Brought the sickle.
Damn it!
So far, suicide seems to be the best.
explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Falcon did commit suicide, and we explained how she died during the seance, she could have secretly
Brought the sickle.
That's not it either. Jesus Christ.
So far,
suicide seems to be the best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Falcon did commit suicide, and we explained how she died during the seance, she could have secretly
Brought the sickle.
What the hell does it want?
I was wrong!
so far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
her plan was to take us down with her.
I was wrong!
Does it want me to lie? How would you even lie?
Is this... We can't let it in.
This is gonna be my lowest score yet.
So far, suicide seems to be the best
explanation. Her plan was to take
Us down with her.
I was wrong!
So far, suicide seems to be the best
explanation. Her plan was to
Take us down with her.
Oh no!
Because this first one doesn't seem plausible
so
at
far,
all.
Suicide seems to be the best explanation.
her plan was to take us
Down.
With her.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
her plan was
To take us down.
Down with her.
Alright, the answer is to lie. That is officially the answer. I have exhausted every other possibility, but I have no earthly idea
Oh no!
where the game wants you to lie.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. so she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally,
With the last of her strength.
That was
I'll
it.
reveal the truth.
Oh my god. That was the
Tenko
bullshit.
couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor.
It finally came to me. We're supposed to lie that she died instantly.
Because she died instantly.
Yeah. After literally brute forcing every other combination out.
instantly.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
We're currently trying to determine Tenko's death for no adequately explored reason, and you must be spending, I don't know, what felt like 6 hours on one non-stop debate.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
Oh, snap. She's rolling with it.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Eagle being bad at this game. The thing is that I'm using Danganronpa 1 and 2 logic. Not Danganronpa 3 logic, which is throwing out logic. Yeah, we've moved on from determining Angie's death, which is the only death we need to determine, to figuring out Tenko's death. Which is annoying. Maki's chill with lying. Oh yeah, absolutely.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
I'll kill you.
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
There's also the, how would she kill herself with that? How would she get herself that deep with the sickle? That makes no sense. V3 logic is why I said Kibo. You might be right.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
I don't like V3 logic and such.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
It's also that you lie so infrequently that you don't think about it as a weapon to use during a non-stop debate. You completely forget it exists. Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that'll help solve this mystery.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall, I think.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black.
You never know if I was
To
naked.
relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
You know, I just thought maybe there's actually a certain song that maybe there's a certain version of Nonstop Debate that plays that when you're supposed to purge or perjure yourself. It was pitch black during the seance. That limits what could have happened. Just stay calm and think. There has to be some kind of clue.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
This one I already figured out. But I'm going to get some health back because I lost a lot of it.
The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I
Think about it. While we were all singing the song,
I love how it's just bouncing back and
something
forth.
fall-
Boom!
I agree.
V consent. Nailed it.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Yeah. Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Like my head. A loud sound, like something hitting the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Oh no. What other thing happened in the dark? You mean this?
This is it!
Okay. I'm now like...
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound.
It's now like making me second guess everything that I thought I had.
That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. What was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Yeah, okay there, buddy. Yeah, we're still on this case.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound. Maybe the wooden statue fell over. But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Oof.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Okay, first things first. I have to agree with that last statement.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in
The seance.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under
Floor. Then
Stood up with such might.
No one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you
Step on it is dangerous.
You have any experience with balls to say that.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Bob?
Also the best of friends.
I had to. You got some new friends you want me to meet, Shuichi? Here? Now? Cut it out.
Oh no!
Okay, let's actually.
Floorboard come loose.
Judging from the sound, there
Okay,
must
let's
be
actually solve this.
Someone who participated in the seance.
Floorboard.
But that statue was still on top of the
Cage.
Culprit hide under floor.
They stood up with such might.
There was no
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Floorboard.
What? I missed! Oh, damn it. I wish Mew were real like anime.
Where'd the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Just Banana, thank you for the 10-bit cheer
Tore off the floorboard.
for balls.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound. Maybe the wooden statue fell over. But that statue was still on top of the cage. Culprit hide under floor. They stood up with such might. But we already said there was no one under the floor. Someone must have
Stomped through the floor.
Floorboard.
Boom! Nailed it.
I agree.
Clip that moment. As you should. That was a good moment.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
But floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off.
Oh, snap!
After
Oh, fuck!
one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
To destroy us all.
Culprits stand to gain by cutting the cross piece.
What did they stand to gain? That is the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the crosspiece and floorboard. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard, and the crosspiece had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part outside of the cage was so it could be stomped on. Only one of the crosspieces was cut, the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko. I love how this is where they're showing so much detail, and the other was right in the center, on the edge of where the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Think. Come on, think! Huh. Alright, seesaw is obviously the first word. I have no idea what this is. Oh wait, effect is 6 letters, never mind. I know exactly what it is. Nailed it. Nailed it. Finally back in my game after being screwed by that perjury.
Floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Yeah? A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other 2 crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Oh my god!
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? There's only one person the sickle could... There's only one place the sickle could have been... Hold up. Ah, fuck, I missed.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
How is it an old-fashioned...
What the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
Almost as crazy as you!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box.
And then outside of that box.
Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Because that's the important part.
Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Huh? Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
Oh, snap.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
And all of a sudden I want to see... All of a sudden I really want to re-see that little cutscene where what's-his-name pretends dead. I can't believe I'm forgetting names.
Yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the set.
Oops.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
Please be true.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
Yeah, not her plan, though.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
No, I don't think she did.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
No.
Wait! We don't know that, right?
It's not the bald buff guy? Wait, what? I'm confused.
He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Is Kokichi still bleeding from falling earlier? Is he okay?
Kill Tenko?
Apparently he's okay.
I killed Tenko?
Oh my god, how could you do it?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But does that really mean Himiko killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Intermission! Oh my god. I'm now just imagining that that perjury that one non-stop date where I had to perjure myself, trying to do that on almost falling asleep on the keyboard like I was yesterday. I think I would just... Oh. I would have woken up the neighbors downstairs at like 4 a.m. or whenever the heck that was. Hey, what's up, Grim? How you doing?
Well now.
Oh, the picture didn't use the naked male guy, it used a female shape. Oh, that's what we're talking about. It wasn't the blue naked man. Oh, whoops. I should be reading this, shouldn't I? It looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for Guess the Victim Quiz.
Yeah!
A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz. Only the victims are the people who are still watching this drawn out boring crap. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
I am sure everyone is happy. Are you all happy? Are you all happy watching the stream? If you're not happy, I will obliterate you all. How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. Skip. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. The real victim here is me! Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right.
That's right. That's the right answer, Monodam. Why? He hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns you, and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Daddy!
Oh, Daddy, you don't need to reveal these kind of behind-the-scene details.
all right.
Dying makes you popular, then we gotta die soon, too. And that's the source of all the suicide memes. How tragic. By the way, no commas when you do row raid. Class trial resume!
Ooh, this is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Man, ghosts aren't scary. It's all about skeletons, man.
Ah! I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Oh no!
Does not compute.
Beep boop does not compute.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns.
Well, cut
So
my wrist and
round,
slice out my
so
stomach.
sweet,
Because that intermission was
so
boring.
delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Huh? Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, snap.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well done,
Dun,
Helix.
dun,
Did
dun.
you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
Oh, it wouldn't be deadlocked. We just have the
I don't care if
answer
you gotta use
to.
magic to do it, but say something already.
Why are we still on this?
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
Okay, well, let's just kill her already.
Angie died.
Oops.
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive?
Exactly. Why did you have to survive?
Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them?
Yep.
I just don't care anymore.
How could this happen to me?
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
I know, Kokichi. I know. What are you gonna do?
That's not the problem.
I think it is the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Good, she's given up. Now we know who killed Tenko. Now, since... Oh, I just realized a typo in the row rage scripts. Oh well. I'll have to fix that later. That's easier to fix than the pre-rendered thing. Now that we've figured out who killed Tenko, the murder that didn't happen, let's go back to Angie, the murder that does matter.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
And my life is more important than yours.
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired.
I just don't care anymore. Yeah.
It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, was there a glitch? Oh, no, never mind. It was all correct. Never mind.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Are you sure about that?
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko!
Hey, you all gotta stop thinking about how you're gonna kill each other. Because if you just keep thinking bad thoughts like that, you're gonna have a bad time.
Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated...
Himiko, you're retarded. Therefore, we don't think you're capable of murder.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Oh boy! You know what I smell? I smell a scrum debate.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Yeah, deadlock debate scrums. It's all the same thing. Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up. For the sake of everyone who's died. Oh, it's just another non-stop. By the gods!
Performing the seance in that
She's so
room
thin!
was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there?
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
There it is.
Yeah, even if Himiko picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words. Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there?
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped.
I agree.
I agree with Gunta. Gunta smirt. Hooray!
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
Please tell me you're gonna replay the cutscene, because that was just great. Okay, that's pretty good, too.
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
About how you were way too careless. Aww.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
Oh snap! So many traps! Trapception.
We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
Who set the
Now
trap?
There's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
That life is strange.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right?
Oh man, that reminds me. Life is Strange
Give up
is
on
out.
living.
I need to go do
You'd be
that.
betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead.
Shout out to the Perfect X on Ryoma.
This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well.
Someone could have easily
That's
stepped
why
on the
we can't
floorboard during the
give up.
ceremony.
This is our responsibility. We
Not-
live on.
Not really, because the floorboard was it was in the magic circle, and everyone was told you must stay in the corner. You must not touch this circle. So the only one that could have done it was the person who set it up in the first place that knew that you had to be there. Everyone else would have stayed there. I'm feeling more and more confident that my guess of Zipperface is actually correct. But once again, who cares? Because this death does not matter.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
We wouldn't even have to be doing this right now if it weren't for the fact that everyone wants to keep doing it. I'm getting a little frustrated, can you tell?
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore.
When the lights are on during the setup, someone would have noticed someone stepping through and then falling like 2 feet to move to have that seesaw thing happen. Plus the crash happened during the seance, which we assume is the sound of the seesaw being activated.
I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
Oh no. Her enthusiasm is making me depressed.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
Pew pew lasers.
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards... Isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Kill me. Why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? Do guys actually call each other their soul? No, we do not. No. That is not a thing. That is only a thing done by idiots. Nagito is Eagle's soul, bro. I'm going to murder Mini Lego Man one of these days. And I'll be dressed like Sans when I do it. He's gonna have a bad time. Oh, what's the question? I wasn't paying attention. Oh.
This is it! It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Nagito is the blackened. Not today, no. They are Bang Bros, please.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why
So no one stepped on it, my
So the
bad.
magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
Oh, and also have an excuse to set this whole thing up.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
That's right. If that's the case, then the culprit, there's no doubt in my mind, they're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive. Well, he had the opportunity. I don't know about the motive, though. You gotta go? Aw. Alright, take care, Mini Lego Man. We'll see you around next time.
Kyo, was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
The person we've accused 6 times before? No way!
Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined.
His hair is always surprised. But Angie... Yeah, Angie's we still need to figure out. What's up, QPZ? How you doing?
And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
You blame Zipperface?
Answer already! Did you do it?
Oh boy, is this where he's gonna get weirder? Is he gonna turn the weird dial up to 12?
What is so funny?
Everything. Everything is funny. Especially how your hair is always in a question mark.
I was just thinking. So this is how each blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
Okay then.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
That is problem. That is English. Well, he's not
Unless
denying it.
that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
Because?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Well, answer my question. Why do you have a zipper on your face? The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in the darkness. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although even after I put out the candle, I could move along with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it all. They used the sixth sense. They sensed the dead. Ooh, sensing the dead. Or, you know, whatever.
That's it.
0.55.
The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
It's Kibo's birthday? Let's see. I don't know why we're looking this up in the middle of trial, but we are now. Yes, it is Kibo's birthday. Even though Kibo doesn't have a birthday, it is Data Manufacture Day.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
Yes, there was. No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. It must have been at the scene. I know it. Oh, fuck me. I think I figured it out already.
That's it! The magic circle. They used the magic circle.
The answer to everything is the magic circle! How was I born? The magic circle! How was Tenko killed? The magic circle! How can I see in the dark? The magic circle! How do I have viewers? The magic circle! It's the answer to everything, of course!
Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought.
It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Prove me wrong, buddy. What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
The part I am unsure about is the motive. I agree. Also, Eco, you have viewers because you signed a contract with the devil. True facts. The devil said I could have a career as long as I A, put career in 10 sets of quotation marks, and B, as long as I gave him Grimm's soul. It's true.
So what?
Yeah, now we're getting to the lines.
When the room
Which
was
seemed
darkened,
off.
each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
Oh, good. Draw it right now. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. Kiyo's motive is that Tenko was a bitch. Unfortunately, I don't have a soul, so you lost your career. That's why I only have 7 viewers instead of the 700 he promised.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
No, you may not. I refuse to give you my attention. I am instead going to give it to Monokuma. Isn't that right, Monokuma? Yes, it is. There you go. You're getting all the attention now, because Kiyo wants my attention. No, screw the robot. You get all the attention now.
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Love how Kokishi's like, fuck off, robot.
Hey, may I have your attention?
No! I kept saying you may not.
Oh, I said cut that out. It's too bright.
I know, and that's why I'm giving Monokuma all the attention. You don't get any, robot. Don't be mean to Birthday Boy. Hey, man, he is the one being the attention whore, not me.
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
In before Robo-Dick.
What the? No way! Did you really?
Yep, he really did whip out his Robo-Dick. We have confirmation now.
Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
All right, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Miu, why did you install an image recording function? Miu, can you please explain why Kibo did not have any of the features a basic cell phone has nowadays in 2017?
Image recording?
You're mad at him, but you also threw him in a fucking tank in the second chapter. It's true. Kibo is, in fact, the punching bag. It's like, here, let's take a look. This, according to Apple, is the most advanced piece of technology in the world, except for the newest ones. Here's a flashlight. Here's a camera. That dude is a caveman in a suit. Absolutely. He is a caveman in a suit, and he is a gentleman, and you will respect him. That is just how awesome Gunta is.
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory.
Ah, so...
I'll give it a try. Ready?
From your mouth?
My god, he has a walking Polaroid
So
picture.
used magic like that before.
Yeah, I bet you
This
have.
printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Can you spit out copies for the rest of the class? Gunta is best character besides Gundam, of course. And the other guy has the zipper. Yep. So this is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Yeah, there's a J looking at me. And there's all sorts of other strange characters. I think that's the kanji character for devil. I think I've seen some of the other things on Mahjong pieces, but then there's just a J right there. What's that? What is up with that? Check the last stream. Gunta went to a love hotel with Gunta. Shh. Shh. We don't talk about that. Notice anything? There we go. Want to make sure I got it right this time, so I didn't lose a heart for nothing.
Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
Oh,
My
snap.
lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it?
Everything's a lie. Me having sunglasses is a lie. My soul is a lie. Take off the sunglasses, you barbarian. You're inside, for God's sake. The lights are bright!
The magic circle
God damn
at the
it.
scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners. Which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
Everything's different from the document. The document is nothing but lies! Or
All
something.
because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my thanks? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Fuck off, Mechamaru. Hey man, Mechamaru was a national treasure. Except for the part where he lost his bulge.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh no. Start a GoFundMe to get money for 24 cakes. I'm not gonna go start a frickin' GoFundMe to go make 24 death cakes.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
Why?
You're what? Why?
Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
You're making me agree with the nothing mage. In fact, actually, I just want to hear that again.
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
One more time. As a message to the entire Danganronpa franchise to stop talking about shit.
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Thank you. Remember this. Every single writer of Danganronpa, past, present, and future. Remember it well.
quit talking. Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Oh, hooray!
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object.
I think this might be the first time it's like, if you have no objections, objection!
To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Alright, so us versus obvious villain number 48.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Kyo's attitude is disconcerting, but first I need to counter his arguments.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I had no opportunity to touch the sickle. So simply put, I am not the killer.
I'm sure Kyo is the culprit. He had a way of getting the murder weapon. I can prove it.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and... But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your words! The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth.
The only thing that this game is just conveniently ignoring is the fact that if Kyo did in fact use the salt to do all this and guide his way to the board, he would have messed up his own circle and there'd be traces of it.
Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Damn, he actually admitted it. Legitimately surprised.
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
The thing I don't get is why even bother doing it?
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
But why? Other than to make me happy, why did you kill Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
No! Bad! No! No doing that.
You still don't understand?
I already forgive Yukio. High five for killing Tenko. But it was in the corner under the floor. How do you place it there? Through the hole, I'm guessing. Somehow. Who knows? I don't know.
I killed Tenko. That is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
He could have done the chaos of the investigating. It's true, he could have.
Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Yeah, which is why I've been saying over and over again, Tenko's death literally did not matter.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue.
Which is what I've been saying for 2 days.
Because the Blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue?
Yes, she didn't matter.
No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
Could have.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
Killing an SJW has value. For the purpose of this class trial, it is meaningless.
We can figure that out.
Well,
no one else could have done it besides you.
Well, I mean, Himiko now has a reason to kill Zipperface. That's true. I guess that means we're not going to get a scrum debate then.
If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
Which is kind of a shame. I actually do like that music for the scrum debates.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly.
Nope, not anymore. We can't.
There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Oh my god, Kokichi can understand feelings?
Of course I understand. I work really hard to understand.
Wait, robots can sweat?
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
I want to see Himiko kill Zipperface.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
No way!
Mm-hmm. We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that. Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Wait, are we really gonna have a scrum debate for this?
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit
Yes!
is one of you! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this.
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
Only because I like that music so much.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
He just loves that music, man. Kyo confessed to killing Tengo, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. We have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. You're basically ego waiting for this section. The ground moves. Who wouldn't be excited?
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
Wow, I think I actually might get this on the first go.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo!
Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo!
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
I can't believe I got that in the first go. There it is, found it.
This is our answer.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder.
Obviously.
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
I'm actually a little disappointed I solved that so easily.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene.
What? Oh, the second bloodstain.
I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene.
This is it!
Equal sides with a known murderer. I'm terrible.
The bloodstain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because... Oh my god, the air was dry! Oh, it's so obvious! Silly me. You're really gonna call me... But it's true.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
That's it! The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was.
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
I don't know. Yeah, what is his logic here?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
No, I think he's just stupid.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or...
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night, she would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
I agree with that. Sighs heavily, poor art waifu. I think the real tragedy is that art waifu just went completely bat-squeak insane at the end. That's the real tragedy. Also, what's up, Yuxi? How you doing? Something Angie did. There has to be a clue
The
there.
art research lab
Alright, first things first.
is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room?
I'm gonna need all my health back for this stupid move. I mean, that's the right answer, actually.
Keep herself awake.
That sounds like something
only you would do.
How did you know? Am I really the only one who likes to pour hot wax on my... Huh? I am?
Oh no!
Okay, that wasn't nearly as amusing as I thought it was gonna be.
The art research
Lab.
is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left.
Her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles. She wanted a
Candle.
Damn it.
Sounds like something only
You would do, Mew.
To worship Satan, of course. Hail, Satan! That always seems to be the case with these double murders. Someone hope dies, but you feel bad because someone you care about dies as well. It seems like that, but at the same time, Angie was really going off the deep end towards the end.
Is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead. She left her lab on her own? But why would she go into an empty
Room.
There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
she wanted a candle.
Nailed it.
I agree.
How's the fractured butthole by the way? The fractured butthole definitely needs some cream.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
One moment. No. 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 Bad.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
Jeef! Thank you for the host. 10-man auto host. Greatly appreciated. How's all the Jeef lurkers doing? After repairing that, I don't care.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
You're preparing yourself for a Bean Boozled stream? Foolish fool! Why would you do such a crazy thing? Oh no! It's the naked bald man again!
Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance.
How's the fracture but whole? Oh, that's pretty good. Very amusingly South Park-esque.
If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
Naked bald guy is back.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie.
I mean, come on, man. He's been in charge of 13 murders already. When are we ever gonna catch the naked bald guy?
This must be Atua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
Or maybe I should beat you with a board again.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that is fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. Oh! I get it. Never mind. I don't get it.
Oh no!
The thing is, though, I don't have a bullet for the pool of blood. That's the real problem.
This is it!
Okay, there we go. Finally.
The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from a katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
Even though the Monokuma file said
I
lacerations.
see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now.
Ooh, third trial. You haven't seen this trial yet? I think we're almost done, though. Also, what's up, Lost Guard? How you doing? Have we figured out Tenko yet? Yeah, we figured out Tenko.
Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off!
All clear. This is all clear.
Seems all clear to me.
What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear?
The fire drill. We got the all clear. We can go back in the building now.
What are you? All clear?
Oh no, his hair is coming to life. It's gonna strangle us all. He's actually a monster. I knew it from the get-go. His zipper mouth was hiding tentacles.
What are you all... You what? What are...
I will not fear. I will not back down.
What the fuck?
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
What?
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
Your waifu's going crazy. Not my waifu. Stop that.
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Okay then.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
Yes, I'll teach them myself. I'll show them just how crazy they all are. I'm not crazy, they're crazy. Yes, that's right. You're not crazy. I'm not crazy, yes.
Jesus, what the fuck's with this guy?
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Yeah, can we just vote for him already?
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
Yes, my self-hug is proving nothing's clear at all.
This guy.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
What mysteries? I think we covered everything.
Nothing is clear at all!
My water is clear. So, checkmate. Before we vote, we must see his true creepiness. Apparently.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
The culprit carried Angie's body in such a way that it wouldn't leave any blood behind. I'm sure there's a clue at the scene that proves it. We need to confront Kiyo with that evidence. I can't be thrown off by his pleas.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence there, Shuichi.
I'll cut through your words.
He's Teru.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It's okay, Gunta.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt. and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
Yeah, okay. Let's just keep referencing Atua despite the fact that Angie's gone. I'm glad that we know the cult of Atua will continue to spread despite Angie's loss.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Is his zipper grinning? Angrily? I think it's grinning angrily.
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Do I really have to select it again? It's clearly him. I mean, clearly. Look at his smug little smile. True murderer. Alright, where is he again? Oh, there he is.
It
Say
has to be
Atua.
you.
They really have been converted to the Atua cult.
It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
Like we've been accusing you all along, but I had to accuse you again for some reason. And all of a sudden that shocks me, but all the previous ones didn't shock me this much to make me go, or whatever that was.
What the fuck? So it's true.
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
It was boring.
Killed both of them.
Yuxi's part of the Atua cult, confirmed.
Why did you kill them?
To stop the spread of Atua and its cultish ways. The last thing we needed was a ritualistic orgy.
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
That actually is a good reason.
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
The murder that was an accident. Oh, you're not gonna give me some stupid answers like you're gonna tell me the murder of Monokuma?
That's it. Angie's murder was an accident.
What?
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
I'm surprised by this trial. It makes the most sense, right?
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
And that was when he hired the naked bald guy to go kill Angie. It all makes sense now.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up.
Now,
Was
spend-
killed.
Now let's spend a few more hours talking about the lipstick. It reminds me of a certain hand. And maybe it will contain all the answers as to why I don't have ultimate luck.
Then he should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
I could think of a couple reasons, but you don't want me to say them, so I won't.
He only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit.
Denial is intensifying.
So, why is everyone looking at me like I am?
If the first murder was an accident, why even commit the second murder? That is actually a very, very, very good question.
Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio.
Oh no! Shikio is back! What am I gonna do?
You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over.
You know, you always knew that Zipper Face was going to be the creepiest and weirdest one here, and yeah, I was right.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
Well, he has a zipper for a mask, so I mean that's item 1.
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
He is. Himself is in fact someone. Turns out.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
It's a fetish. I think you know about them, you.
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them.
Even though you acknowledged a couple earlier.
For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie.
Yeah, except for all that evidence we talked about. Darndest thing.
No, I will not acknowledge it.
Why can't guys wear lipstick? Cosplayer hasn't done much of anything. She could really crazed.
I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery.
She could be. She might just go apeshit and start murdering people in case 4.
I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses.
There might just be 8 people dead next game. Next case.
Well said. Good job, Korekio.
Stop caressing yourself, it's weird.
Yes, thanks.
Does your zipper mask have a mind of its own? That's like saying my sunglasses are just gonna fall on their own. Come on, fall. Fall on command. Plot twist. Plot twist, Kyo was the killer. The female Kyo was the killer.
Creeps me the fuck out!
Well, 8 murders would move the plot along. Actually, let me quickly do a head count here real quick. I think 8 murders might end the game at case 4. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that would just leave 2 people alive. No, that would leave 1 person alive, actually, because we're about to kill Kyo. 8 murders. Oh, well, okay, game's over. We only have 1 person left. No evidence? There's no evidence that he killed Angie?
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood.
Shut the company down, we have no one left.
Apologize. Come on, apologize.
No, that's ignorant. Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
The word apologize has now lost all meaning.
Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Apologize intensifies.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
Didn't you just listen? Apologize intensifying is happening. Pay attention, Kaito. You might actually learn something. For once. I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it. Oh my god, what?
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit, so I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic, that's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic, that's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me
am I
like
being...
that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. You have no proof that Korekio is the killer.
It ends here.
There we go. Seriously, sounds like Stamper and it's bothering me.
Floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
Oh, right, I'm using my mouse now.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
It also would have splattered on the boards around it, but let's ignore that fact for a minute. Nagito or Kyo, which would you prefer? Kyo. Hands down, I would prefer Kyo. Because at least
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
Because Kyo at least doesn't stare in his hand and talk about how everything is despair and how he's so inferior and obnoxious in this condescending tone.
How? If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
it means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
That voice actor must have chugged a gallon of water after that scream.
I believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with the floorboard.
All you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
So it's true. This is the truth.
Yep, this is the truth. That whole rule earlier was completely pointless. Oh my god, he is just gonna, like, take off.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi, I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Yes, leave the finale to me. I've already done the everything else, so why not?
Chi, please, put an end to this.
Why are they... You know, I just thought about something. Why are they asking me to put an end to this? Why don't we just vote?
For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
Just look on your board. Okay, click. Done. Let's go.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time.
Well, hold on. Before we talk about going over everything one more time, how long is she going to be in orgasm over there? Somebody, seriously, calm her down. My god. I mean, jeez.
Kyo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Yep, Naked Bald Guy comics. Oh shit, like, almost everything is locked until we solve almost everything. Shit. Wait, can I recover health? No, I can't. Never mind. There we go. What's up, Sapphire Rose? How you doing? Alright, now we can unlock everything. Who was the culprit with the saw in the empty room? This? Okay. I don't get how that logic works, but there we go. Why does no one call him out when they see him? It's the naked bald guy again, man! We should stop him. Once and for all. But nope. We just keep letting other people take the fall. Naked bald guy is invisible. That's no fair, man.
Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece support.
How is he holding that saw?
The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms.
That doesn't look
This
right.
would divert suspicion away from the culprit
What is that?
and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms.
I thought that was supposed to... We know, Kayla. We know. It is, in fact, supposed to resemble if they are the
When the
blackened.
culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked
That's the
into
joke.
room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit.
They just had to end her. Feels bad,
The
man.
culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head.
So good and riddance to
The
Tanko and
culprit
Angie.
did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise.
But art waifu.
They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end.
What was he doing there? Is rubbing his leg?
But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab.
Is that Dr. Manhattan? I don't think so.
They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her.
Well, if it was, that would explain how naked bald guy keeps escaping.
Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere.
Ooh, meep.
And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Oh, come on, manga. You're giving us that shot?
The effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it.
Such a lewd shot. Maybe because you
The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock,
Screw you,
locking the
Kaede.
door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body.
And then we were a little
Wasn't
sad.
Finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed.
We did, though.
To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place.
We may never know why they did all of this. Oh, they'll probably tell us.
After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Caged Child song.
Which was very creepy and awkward, but we did it anyway.
When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium.
Just as Naked Bald Guy planned.
Another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard.
Yeah, this is very elaborate and very unnecessary since he's already committed a murder.
The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body.
Dun dun dun!
And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle.
And dropped it into the 8th dimension.
Under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes more sense.
Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark.
Which was the answer to everything.
However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle.
So why is naked bald guy actually a
For
demon?
certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle.
And really large.
Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
And we don't know why you committed two, but you did.
That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
And by some miracle, we figured it out.
Sweet Korekio. There are times when it's necessary to admit defeat.
And this is not one of those times. Let us keep denying it forever. Live in denial forever.
Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Even though you already admitted to doing half of it, yeah.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret. My only regret.
Is that I got caught.
Was not being able to make 100 friends.
Have you tried Facebook?
100 friends?
Where did this come from all of a sudden?
It was my dream to make 100 friends.
That's why I went and got a zipper face, yes.
Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
And then I killed 2 people! Have you tried Discord?
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
You don't need to understand. The point is that I will control everyone, just as I've controlled Mew to be in a constant state of orgasm. Look how well it worked. Yes, she's just perpetually stuck there. Yes.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Oh no, my plan failed. She suddenly snapped out of it. A permanent state of orgasm. No, it's failed. Now I'll never have 100 friends.
Roger that. One voting time coming up.
Would you like fries with that?
The heart racing excitement as
the heart racing excitement.
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off.
It's voting time!
Now then, it seems the voting has finished.
It's clear.
Let's see the result.
Oh, damn, even he voted for himself.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
So is this the part where the mage goes, wait, who the fuck killed Tenko? Or who the fuck accused Tenko? Hooray! There's confetti! My life is complete. Alright, all rise, let's get out of here. Are you gonna give me a B on that mine? That's fair. I did get a lot wrong on that. Where is that one fucking non-stop debate that I had to retry 18 million times?
Burn in the fires of pandemonium!
I'm awake. Wait, why didn't you give me a B on that? Because I took too long? The illusion that you have freedom. There actually are supposed to be some twists, but where's the one that I fucked up so hard? Was that this one? Is that this one where I had to perjure myself? Might have been... I'm thinking it had to be this one. Was the one I struggled so much. Oh, I wasted my vote? I voted for the correct candidate. I regret nothing. Wow! Seriously? You're correct again!
Absolutely right!
Amazing! This is the third correct verdict in a row!
All right!
I'm not forgiving that waste of an SFX. If you manage to get 12 correct verdicts in a row, you'll proceed to the bonus round. How's this game gonna last that long?
For now.
It's finally over.
No.
No, not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Kia, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko?
Right.
Yeah. He no need to kill them both, no matter what motive he have.
Oh?
Motive?
Hey!
Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Don't tell me! Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
Shut up!
Shut up!
I have not unleashed even half of my power yet. Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Go, my 4 dark devas of destruction! Now then, let us begin!
That's nice, Gundam. Go back in your corner. Anyway, shut up! I never said I was scared!
The resurrection ritual has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it?
Because we're friends. I'll tell you. I never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive? And why?
Yes.
For the one that I love.
There is someone that I love.
Is it yourself?
From the bottom of my heart, someone so dear, someone I long for.
I love her with all my heart, and she loves me with all her heart.
I see a butt!
Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate.
So Celeste killed 2 people out of a love to have a vampire harem. Mikan killed 2 people for her love of Junko. And Zipperface killed 2 people because butts. Okay, I got it.
None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
No matter what anyone says.
Bow, 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 bow. What is love?
What?
Bragging about your perfect love life? Fuck you! Some of us aren't that lucky! You as jealous confirmed. So to see this love of yours, you had to escape?
Tell me.
That's why you killed Angie and Tenko. But why'd you need to kill both? If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. I am going to hate everything I'm about to say, aren't I?
Inside?
Wait!
Don't look at me! I'm not his lover!
Yeah.
Calm down. No one wanted to scuff these shit-stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Curse Sploosh!
Oh god, he forward her. No. 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 Bad. No. What the what?
Hey!
Kyo, who is it? Who's the person you love?
Hey.
Is it really one of us?
When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see.
Oh God, that horrible thing I was thinking in my head was right. I mean, inside me. Please kill me.
Sister.
Yes, the one I love lives inside me. My dearest sister, please end me.
Huh? Sister?
Wait!
Don't look at me! I'm not— Nobody thought that.
Right?
Well, duh. If you're his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Your sister? But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter?
It is not that difficult. My sister is my lover. Because incest is wincest, apparently. God damn it, that meme is so old. Why?
I loved her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply.
Can I please get a wall of what face in the chat, please? We desperately need an entire wall over there of what face.
The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us.
Please.
They called it forbidden love, but none could stop the love we shared. Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth.
Hold up, I need to contribute. There we go, that's better.
The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
Shut. It says the top left corner they're not actually touching. I bet.
For my beloved sister.
Do I have to voice act again? I really don't want to voice act any of this. I'm gonna need a shower after this.
That is why, for my beloved sister, I had to...
Always messing around.
You had to escape from here, right?
No.
I had to kill for her.
Huh? Sister.
Was very sick.
I'm just Banana with the 5 months of continued support. Thank you very much. Let's get some hearts in the chat. I want to see lots of hearts. For the support, Unjust Banana continues to show this stream and this continued whatever this is. Do I like Nagito or Kyo better than this? You know, between Nagito and Kyo, I think I'm willing to stand being around Tenko. I'm not gonna lie. You know, being called a degenerate male over and over again seems better than hanging out with Kyo and Nagito. Five too many, please.
She was always in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However,
even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends. Friends for my dear deceased sister.
Huh?
Deceased? Oh, thank God. This went nowhere near as weird as I thought it was going to.
Do you understand?
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved sister.
I've killed many to send her 100 friends.
Hey, look at the time! It's crazy o'clock already! Man! I mean, you knew eventually the crazies were going to come out of the woodwork, but man, you thought it would wait until, you know, chapter 4 or chapter 5 or chapter 1, but here we are. Here it is.
They were all wonderful people, worthy of being sisters, friends.
Huh?
What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy. And now I will kill all of you. And soon I will be with her. My vengeance will be complete. And by vengeance, I mean follow me on Facebook.
Yes.
Yes, Korekiyo. I am very happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Sister Korekiyo. Give me a minute.
Yes, Korekiyo. I am very happy. Thanks to you, I'm not lonely.
What?
Could it be the lipstick version of Kyo is...
I am Korekiyo's older sister.
Thank you for looking after my little brother. Please kill me.
What?
The hell?
Yes.
After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught, I nearly went mad. Oh wait, I am mad, aren't I? Yes, a little mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I am never lonely.
Korekiyo.
That's wonderful, Korekiyo. Your love made the impossible possible.
Are you serious?
Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional.
What a sad girl who can't even believe the power of love.
It's okay, Maki. You can snap his neck. I won't stop you.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick.
Well, you know.
You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the two you killed here.
What was that?
Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Because?
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being my sister's friends.
Huh?
Only girls? I see. So when you're deciding who should be the medium... You said it would work best with a girl.
I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and Mew, they were all worthy.
I don't know why I'm so amused that Mew was deemed unacceptable.
All worthy of being my sister's friends.
All worthy?
Why, you?
Hey, how come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care. Then the second victim could have been me? Tenko died in place of me?
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for Sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko.
Huh?
Huh? Infiltrate? Really?
But
How did you... It was obvious to me. I have studied many people.
Can
Yeah.
this be?
Yes, she showed up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for Sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko.
Well,
Though, I was planning on having you become Sister's friend too. Eventually.
The only thing Tenko did of value was die.
No way!
What? You do all that for... Wow. You did all that just to kill? For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in the caged child just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
let's see.
It interested me as an anthropologist, of course, but more than that.
For my beloved sister.
I wanted to kill for Sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling.
are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay? You look kind of pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kyo right now and how he needs to die pretty badly.
Allow me to explain, though. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I would have plenty of chances after escaping this place.
However,
But Angie walked in on me after preparing. I ended up killing her a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame just to waste the seance trick I prepared.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to Sister.
Correcchio.
You're such a thoughtful little brother. But it was bad to get greedy.
Oh dear.
You're right. Because of that, I now can't send 100 friends to Sister. I should have just made her have a Facebook account. Do you understand now? Those were the circumstances of Correcchio's crime.
I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister.
But how?
That wrong. That's so wrong.
Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after Sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. Her soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
Even though I am a ghost now, I am always by Correcchio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, Sister. I love you. Get it out already! You're making the streamer voice act really creepy shit!
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing makes sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie and Tenko have to die for something so unfair?
Well,
Because death is unfair.
and another thing.
All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Maybe.
Well, if you look at it like that, the Soul Killing game embodies that philosophy, right? Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching us, they'd get a kick out of it. Isn't that right, viewers? If people were watching this?
Shut up!
Knock off this bullshit! Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this! Apparently, we're all sick fucks. Confirmed. By the kinky sick fuck over there.
You got me.
Hell yeah! If I wasn't in this killing game, I would have so much fun watching.
So then...
The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. My role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
Sister...
I think I shall go see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister...
I was unable to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again now.
Correcchio.
It's all right, sweet Correcchio. Come to me.
Phrasing.
Oh.
Stop that. It looks like you've already prepared. Now then, let's get this started.
It's punishment time!
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
Huh?
Punishment time?
Sister...
My beloved sister, at long last, I'll finally get to see you again.
That's right.
From now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from others. God, we're such sick fucks.
What?
Wait, I can't accept this.
Therefore...
Like I said, there's no such thing as a death that can be accepted.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I can accept this death. I 100% can accept this death.
From an anthropological point of view...
Why do you think so many different cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead never cease?
Yes.
The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept death when it happens. How do you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes.
What was that?
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate anthropologist, Korekiyu Shinguji, aka Zipperface.
I shall observe.
I shall watch over you all as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over you. I will watch you all in the bathrooms, and when you sleep, always watching.
That's right.
It won't be just me and Correcchio. All those who died will
It's
be...
nearly showtime!
All those who died will be watching you pee, Gundam included. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is beautiful.
I'll be watching over you forever and ever and ever. Never forget. It won't feel creepy at all.
It's punishment time!
You've already recorded this line and you fucked it up. What? That's what's going to annoy me if they keep doing this, because we already know from the second trial they recorded this exact line. Ugh. I guess I'm just nitpicky. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time. Korekio has been found guilty. It's time for punishment. What am I watching? Cultural melting pot. What the hell is this? We're just gonna boil him alive. Monodam, no! He lives on his spirit sperm. Don't go look. Okay, good. Oh man, you killed his ghost too! Hey Korekio, why does your sister have no nipples?
Hmm?
What?
Oh, Gory!
No, Monodam, why?
How can this be?
What the? To think my cute child would commit suicide! Ah, it's so cute! It's so freaking cute that he'd kill himself just because he couldn't get along! Monodam committed suicide! Had I known this would have happened, I would have been nicer to him. The only reason Monodam obsessed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's right.
Yes, the other Monocubs drove him to suicide, but not me.
Hey.
Hey, who's Monodam?
Eh?
You already forgot? That's kind of scary.
Well now.
Well, looks like another class trial has wrapped up without incident, so I'm gonna take back this here Necronomicon. Seems like a waste, though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster.
You?
Shut up! How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
I told you.
Ignore him. The whole resurrection ritual is obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you'll think another murder will happen if you do that, right? The salt will be good on my fries. Well, look at the bright side.
He'll never be watching us ever again.
Who can say? What a waste. If none of you were going to use it, you should have let me have it. Then I could have resurrected one of my dead siblings. Which one?
Eh?
I don't know. They were all pretty terrible, actually. Wait, did one of us die? I could have swore it's just been the two of us this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me. Too bad.
So long. Farewell.
Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing around.
Man, this is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
Of course.
The living are more precious than the dead, no matter what. Good night. Rest well, Yuxi. We'll see you around next time. That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up. Leave me alone.
But
there's one thing this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there
isn't after all. Not in this academy. Yeah, you right.
You're right.
Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Gonta do his best.
Then Gonta do his best to protect everyone. Gonta want to protect everyone. But your talent is entomology. I don't want Shuichi to use his use his talents anymore. I'm getting sick of class trials.
You're right.
Your talented assassin is way more trouble. When are you going to use that? Huh?
Okay.
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent.
That's right.
It may not be possible now, but I'll put in the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. Maki. I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling is a killer shows? Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll is one of my sidekicks.
Got a minute?
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll?
Oh.
You guys are so close now. This must be the powerful bond of friendship. But I would have preferred it to happen sooner, especially not after losing 7 people. You're right. Only 9 people left now. Gunta goes crazy, kills everyone. Now Gunta leave as sole survivor. Well, what do you know? Dumbasses can do basic math. That's right. 7 pieces of shit have been flushed away. Only 9 remain.
Actually...
By that calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
But...
Just 9 of us.
Well, you know...
Humans are like weeds. Too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean much in the end.
Shit.
That's totally what the heartless robot is thinking. Right? Right?
How rude.
I'm not thinking that. Your blatant robophobia is simply inexcusable. It's not robophobia, he's just fucking with you. It's called trolling.
But you know...
But hey, none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on a god, spirits, or the dead.
I believe in you.
Just you guys. I believe in all of you.
Okay.
Kaito.
Well, of course.
You're right. Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey.
Hold up. Kibo needs to apologize to everyone for the whole student council thing. There's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to accept.
How exciting!
Yank your head off and smash it in the ground with all your strength. Got that?
No way!
I've never heard of such an intense form of apology. It seemed like everything is settled for now. Even though we're missing her.
You alright?
Himiko, you okay? Anything Gunta can do to help? You can tell Gunta.
Hey.
I think we should let her have some space for now. That might be best for her.
Okay.
I remember how I felt. I felt terrible. That's why I put this terrible eyeliner underneath my eyes.
Oh.
Gunta understand.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko is such a liar.
Huh?
Fuyuhiko skit his stomach open for an apology.
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it. You wouldn't have any free will if the whole world was just comprised with just the truth. But even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know?
Right?
What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit.
Nuh-uh.
I only said this because I thought about it.
Because?
Himiko's been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back.
Hey!
Hey, what are you repressing? What are you trying so hard to hold back? What? Hold back? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about this flashback. Flashbacks are the worst thing in all of anime.
Are you happy? You made the girl with nothing special cry. Tenko, Angie, I'm so lonely. Yeah. It's okay, you can lie to yourself and continue to tell yourself that Atua exists. But I gotta survive. I can still go to where you are. But I'm lonely. I'm so lonely without the both of you. Himiko.
Damn it.
Himiko cried for a long time, and thank God we didn't make tech boxes for all of that, because I would have gotten damn sick of it. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotion she had bottled up inside. It just made me want to go home and drink a Diet Dr. Pepper. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing so, we began crying because we're all sissies. God damn it. The tears we shed, we can't even describe it. We thought crying about what we had been through and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord. Great message service, by the way. Anger, love, tears filled with emotion. But at the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push forward. Except for Kaito's. His were tears of finally giving up and realizing that he was the sidekick. After a while, Himiko finally calmed down. However...
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
Oh, come on, really? Is Miss 50 pounds wet hard to carry?
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
It's like poetry. Or something.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Because I really don't want to go through that again.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
I'd hope so, because if you carried her over to someone else's room, I'd have questions.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me?
What are you implying?
You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
Somebody punch Mew.
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed that everyone was beating up Mew for being stupid. Kaito stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Nothing I'm willing to admit anyway. Anyway, let's end this chapter. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on ahead.
Huh?
You sure?
Well...
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? If you dislike scary things, then you should have said so earlier. We thought you were sick. Worried about me? Yeah, worried about your stupidity. Still worried. I think it might be deadly. Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But...
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had up are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, 'cause of me.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you sound like you're bragging, Kaito. But like I said, I'm going back to get some air before I go. Wait, I'm gonna get some air before I go back. Boone! What's up, man? How you doing? It was a blast meeting you as well. and everyone from the Wisconsin Streaming Alliance. Did not imagine there were that many streamers in the area.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. And then the real reason Kaito hung back. After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. I didn't notice what was going on with Kaito. Oops.
Damn it. I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet.
Have you tried not dying? Still recovering? Oops.
Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
So that's gonna be our cliffhanger, huh? Kaito coughing up blood? So he actually is sick. I think we passed out around 5 a.m.-ish. Oh, wow. To be continued. Please tell me I don't get the zipper mask. Please don't tell me I get the zipper mask. God damn it! I didn't want his mask! God damn it. Do you want to save? Alright, that is going to be the end of Danganronpa today. Catching up from where we left off yesterday and last night. That took longer than I thought it was going to. But oh well. For those of you watching the recorded version, the next part will come out next week. We're gonna do the live one on Saturday during the afternoon. We'll see you then.